7:25 now. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Let's check in with Mike Eppel, News 1130's business editor. Good morning, Mike.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Doing all right. Thank you. Last day of April already.
Yes, rent is due tomorrow. Tell us more about this.
Has it been moving fast? I'm trying to find out. Has it been moving fast or has it been moving slowly? I'm getting mixed response to that question.
I don't know. Some days it feels like it's moving quickly. Other days it could not go slower.
Well, yeah, a coworker of mine said there's been 85 days in April. So again, so I lost track, except by the calendar. And today is the last day of the month. Mary, you mentioned rent's due tomorrow. That is going to be very interesting to see who will be paying the bills, who can afford to pay the rent that is due at the start of May, considering how many people are unemployed, how many businesses have been shut down. And this month of April could go into the record books as one of the worst, if not the worst, for the global economy ever, if not over the past decades. Go back maybe to the war years or something of that nature. Things might have been worse then. But, I mean, the numbers that we will be getting here over the next number of weeks will be significant, and all of them will be negative. This morning, we found out that another 3.8 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits for the first time, and that brings the 6-week total to 30 million Americans unemployed. You're talking about an unemployment rate that is north of 10% now in the U.S., and we get those numbers a week from tomorrow for Canada and the U.S.
And stock markets are on pace for one of the best months ever. How is this possible?
This is the big disconnect between what's happening in the economy now and where the stock markets have gone. March 23rd was the low. At the start of the pandemic shutdown, markets cratered. Remember, they were down 30, 35, 40% from the record highs that have been set at the start of this year. Then it started to climb, and everybody kind of went, is this a head fake? We don't know. But what the markets do is they look forward. They're based on expectations. And just in the past couple of days, the antiviral remdesivir shows promise for Gilead Sciences. More talk about vaccines, all that kind of stuff. And then we've got all these earnings, and companies are saying after the restrictions are lifted, consumers are going to spend. Maybe, maybe not. But the TSX this month is up nearly 14%. And since March 23rd, just over 5 weeks ago, it's up 35% or 4,000 points. Is it sustainable? That's the big unknown. But again, it's hope and greed and fear and all these other things that factor in. And don't forget, the U.S. Central Bank has pumped something like $4 or $5 trillion. I've lost count. In economic stimulus, our federal government's been doing all sorts of things globally, but around $9 trillion. That money gets spread out, not just to consumers, but it also does go into companies and stock valuations and all that. So it's been significant, to say the least.
All right, Mike, we are out of time. We will find out today how much the CERB and the wage subsidy program will cost the Canadian government as well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
7:28 now. We're going to take a break. We'll have more news ahead. Stay with us.